Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. All right, Volk, you are back in Thailand. Little trip out here, about a week and a half or so. You know, you did your Q&A seminar. Just take us through all of that and how that was.
Yeah, it was good. So obviously I'm a part owner of Bangtao. I've been meaning to come for a while now. Come back, obviously been here a couple of times. But it's good. We found the right time right now because I'm going to start, picking up training. It's been great. Obviously trying to get used to this hot weather and just start getting that workload back up. So I've had a nice big break. Obviously still, not going crazy with the training, but this has been great to sort of flip that switch and be like, all right, let's start ramping things up. So I've really been enjoying it. It's been fun, exciting, and we're just going to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I've been talking with a lot of the fighters out here, and they're super excited to have you on the mats because, you're a world champion, you're one of the greatest of all time, and you're still just going on the mats with everybody else, just doing regular shit.
Yeah, it's that's it, mate. I've always done that. Even last time I was here, I was doing some of the classes. Obviously I'm doing separate classes as well. A bit of a few things just going over with a couple of the boys. But yeah, I try and get amongst it. Different bodies, have a bit of a laugh. Again, I'm not taking it too serious right now. So yeah, go out there and it's like if I'm in camp and I've got to focus on something, you've got to be careful because obviously egos. And right now, I don't care about that. If people, everything's pretty friendly at the moment. No ego here, just having fun, enjoying it. So everyone's feeling that. Everyone's sort of feeling the same way as well. So it's good. But like I said, if I was in camp over here, that's when you need to be a little bit careful, just in case people get excited, cut you, and do things like that. So sometimes you might have to pull yourself away from some of them classes. But right now, learning from some great coaches here and enjoying it.
Yeah. So, of course, obviously people want to know your status. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? What's the current situation with you? And you said you're gonna get back into it. What does that mean exactly?
Well, just I've made it clear that I was planning on fighting no earlier than the end of the year, right? So that's pretty much what I said, and that still stands. But I've been really enjoying the chilling. Don't get me wrong. I'm always training, not as much as I usually would. Like I said, I'm training usually 24/7 all year round. Which is great, that's what, especially while you're chasing the dream, getting to the top and staying on top, and you need that. You need to have that, that fighter's identity, as some people say. You need to have that commitment. That's what's got me to where I am, So now I have that knowledge because of that, so I can be very thankful for that. But I'm in a position where I can chill for you. It's been 3 months where, even though I was still training, nothing crazy, been able to, spend quality time with the family. It's always been plenty of time with the family, but even more quality time, getting plenty of content out, friends and family, just all that stuff, It's been able to do, it's been great. But now I'm going to start ramping it up, Maybe I need to go back to that. All right, flip that switch, and we need that fighter's identity back, right? So there's going to be a full schedule. No more time for, obviously there's always going to be time for family, but, no more. Whether it's playing golf or fishing trips and all that, some of that stuff, them sacrifices are going to have to come back, sacrifice all them good times so I can stick to a goal. And that goal is to get that belt back, and I am going to get that. So that switch needs to flip soon. And like I said, that's why we're here, to start ramping it up. So it's still easing in, just doing a couple of sessions a day, quality sessions, catching up with everyone here. It's been great, and right place to do it.
Yeah. Obviously the rematch is at the top of the list, and Topuria, the last couple of months, he's been doing interviews and he's been saying this, he's been saying that, but the latest is his 2-fight plan. He wants to defend the title against Max and then go fight in a huge stadium against Conor McGregor. What do you think of his ambitions?
Man, look, he's been talking like that the whole way through, you know what I mean? Obviously he's gonna, I'm not going to rain on his parade, right? Like, obviously, he's playing the game. He's going to say these things, hopefully put him into sort of reality. But there's a good chance that doesn't happen. And I'm sure he's going to accept that. But he's going to put it all out there, see what comes. If not, fight the fights that are going to be. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? The UFC are going to tell him what to do. He knows that, you know, whether he likes it or not, that's just how it is. And yeah, again, you know, I think it's pretty obvious what his next options are going to be. It's going to be your Alex Volkanovskis or Max Holloway, you know what I mean? And that's that. You know, you ain't going up in other divisions yet. You still got a lot more to prove in your division. Again, you're a great fighter, but you know, you need to get them defenses. You need to, you know, do more to prove yourself. You know what I mean? Look what I had to do to prove myself. Fight guys like Max Holloway 3 times. You know, I fought your Aldos. I fought all the top guys, Ortega's. You know, you name it. You know, Rodriguez. That's all these guys before I had to even try and go up. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is. And you know, he's going to say he wants this. A lot of the fighters are, a lot of the champions. Hey, you can't hate him for asking and wanting these things, but whether them things are going to happen, I'm not sure. But you know, I'm sure the UFC are going to put a name in front of him and a date, and that's all he's going to be able to do.
Is that your day? Your day in front of him?
Well, we'll see. You know what I mean? Like again, I've been like not even really talking to him too much. Told him that I want end of the year. How active does he want to be? Does he want to fight, you know, soon? Because again, I said later in the year, not any earlier than that. But I'm getting to a position now where I'm like, oh, you know what? We're sort of getting close enough to at least start having them conversations. So I'll talk to the UFC and be like, because I know you obviously talk to them, and the title was always next. You know what I mean? But if he fought earlier, when I didn't want to fight, all right, whatever, defend, do what you got to do. But my fight was always going to be for the title next. But yeah, now we're getting to the point where, you know, what? I don't want to wait too long either, right? So I'm happy to wait a bit, but not too long, because, you know, I sort of had it in my head end of the year. If it ends up falling into early next year, you know, I'll probably be a bit more gutted with that, but you've got to, you know, the schedule's just sometimes it happens. There's going to be a couple of months or a few months there that sometimes just to make it work, we'll see. But we're going to have that conversation with them now. As I said, I'm getting eager to get in there. Training's been great. So we're going to start ramping it up.
Yeah, I think Rogan was the one who said that they offered Topuria the Perth card in August against you, and then Topuria said that never happened.
Yeah, no. So, like, I don't think the UFC would have asked that. I think Joe Rogan might be going off, because there was interviews where people were asking him, and a lot of people were expecting, like, because they seen the announcement, they see me announcing the Perth card. I think a lot of people were assuming I was fighting on it, and I think he got asked a few times about it. So I think that's where that come from. He was just sort of, why would I fight him in his home territory? Yeah. So he did deny them, you know, claims, but that was just because it was never offered to him. I'm sure, you know, I mean, if it was offered to him, you know, he probably would say no anyway. But again, you know, he's in a position where he's like, you know, why would I fight someone in their home, you know, country or whatever? Which fine, I understand. You know, I wouldn't care, because I've fought everyone in enemy territory, and whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've done that plenty of times, and I'm okay with it. But I can't expect everyone to be like that. And I'm not going to sit there and say bad words about the bloke because of that. He is in a position. He wanted Spain, and that's probably not going to happen. So now to make him fight in Australia, like, you know what I mean? All right, I get it. Like, you know, that's a whole 180. So you can't blame him for that. So, but yeah, I don't think the UFC ever offered him that. So, you know, them sort of claims that he turned the fight down. He just said, he goes, why would I go over there and fight a guy? Because just people were bringing it up. Yeah. But I don't think he was ever offered that.
Okay. And, you know, let's just make a scenario. Let's say he does defend the title against Max, and it's towards the end of the year. Would there be any chance of you fighting anybody else, or would you just say, hey, I'm fighting for the title, man. I deserve that. I earned that.
I mean, you find me an exciting fight, maybe in a lightweight division or something like that. That's fun. Yeah, maybe, you know what I mean? Because I won't want to wait too long. You know, maybe we could put something out there, but my next featherweight fight is for the belt. Okay. You know what I mean? And that's that. You know, I'm not going to fight. You know, obviously you've had a couple of people call me out, which credit to them, but you know, I was like, come on, guys, like, you know. Yeah, again, you know, it's just funny how things obviously the game does change quickly, and the people's perception of it all changes quickly, right? So, but believe me, I'm not in that position where I need to fight anyone else but the champ, and a lot of people are going to still think I'm done, and fair play to them. They've probably got a reason to believe that, but trust me, I still got that dog in me, and people will see that. I just need, maybe I'm just doing probably what I should have done before the last one. You know what I mean? And a lot of people mentioned that. I told them they were wrong, and that wasn't the case. And that's just my mental. I'm going to be able to always, not let that stuff get to me. Maybe they were right, you know what I mean? But now I'm doing the right things now, and you're gonna see the same Volk that you've always seen next time I step in there. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see a timid Volk. You're gonna see a Volk that fights his fight. You want to be put in front of me and put yourself in a position to land bombs. Be ready for one coming straight back at you. Which, anyway, I won't get too much into it, but yeah.
You're eager.
I'm eager. Yeah, I'm just obviously a little obviously going to be disappointed at yourself, because I can look at that and not taking anything away, because Ilia is a great fighter, and let's see, because the next Volkanovski is going to turn up, the real Volkanovski. I guarantee you that, and let's see if Ilia can handle it. So again, I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not saying he can't. He's obviously got heavy hands. He's obviously got good skill, but I want him to be tested against the best version of myself, or all the top guys, and really prove himself. Where, again, great fighter. I won't get too much into that.
It's the biggest fight right now in the UFC, the rematch between you and Ilia. I think
Yeah, for sure.
It's one of the biggest.
No, exactly right. Like, people are going to want to see it. Exactly. I'm doing what.
The comeback.
I'm doing what I should have, like I said, should have done before. Obviously, anyway, won't get too much into that. Obviously, people are gonna, talk about concussions and whatnot. I'm doing everything that I need to be doing right now, and that's all that counts. I'm already back in the gym, loving training, getting excited for it again, and again, you're gonna see the same Volk that you always seen. So looking forward to getting that man back in the octagon.
You know those memes that came out when you stepped in on short notice?
Yeah.
Like, there were some crazy memes, right? Like the doctor wasn't here. Where's Volk? You know what I mean? Like, could this happen at UFC 303? Could we see Volk step in? Let's say Chandler gets pulled somehow, 3 weeks out. Could that be a scenario? Could we see another Volk stepping in?
I mean, I've told myself I wouldn't do it, but to capitalize on an opportunity, a massive opportunity like that, lightweight, because I know that featherweight's still going to be there. Against Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? You probably would, It's funny you actually said that, because if you would go, would you fight if something happened? I go, no. You just put that sort of scenario there, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe before I come to Thailand, did a bit of training, I probably would have gone, no, I'm not even thinking of that. But now I'm starting to sort of get my head there. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I still got to do things right moving forward. That's why you won't see me sparring crazy or anything like that. Still doing some technical stuff with the guys, technical sparring and all that, which has been great. But yeah, so I'm going to start ramping things up. And how long away is that fight?
The end of June.
End of June, so that is soon. But I mean, hey, you never know, right?
Exactly. The memes.
No, I mean, I don't mind Conor, but I don't think even me now, like, I'm not that fit at the moment, but I still think I outlast Conor. So he's not gonna like that.
No. Well, but, he said something about you. I forgot what he said, but he did take a little dig at it.
That's all right. That's it. Connor's great at what he does.
Yeah, he does.
He's an entertainer. You mentioned other names. Someone mentioned my name, I'm expected some shots being thrown at me, you know what I mean? And if he didn't, I'd be like, oh wow, okay, that. I would actually be surprised if he didn't. But it's entertaining, even when he's. I take the piss out of myself, you know what I mean? So when other people want to take the piss out of me, I'm all good, I find it funny.
You're like Teflon. It doesn't really.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's a character. That's why he's such a big star, and he's been such a big thing for this sport. And even him coming off losses, look how big this fight's still going to be. It just shows you how much he's done for the sport. So I mean, why would I get offended with, that's what's made him who he is. Good on him.
Yeah. One last thing, Craig Jones, he just did the Rogan podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought up the idea of you, and I think he probably proposed it to you, was you versus Brian Ortega during your time off in a grappling match.
You know what? I've actually wanted to do that when I'm waiting and for fights. And again, while I was active, I was like, I can't fight for a while. I was like, well, let's do something like this. Because I think that would be a great thing. You know, Brian Ortega, jiu-jitsu specialist, that fight we had, them submissions that were, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of history there for that grappling match. I'm sure some big jiu-jitsu promotions or whatever, or like, or even someone like Craig and what he's doing, would definitely want to jump on that. So while we're sitting there waiting just to be competitive and, things like that excites me. That'd be great, because, I don't mind Brian Ortega. He's a good dude. Get along with him and his team. So if we could make something like that happen, I think that'd be great for the sport, great for our careers. Good little paycheck. Keep busy, as people say. You know what I mean? And just keep things fun and exciting and purpose. Especially if I'm going to be in the gym. Let's I want to be. If I'm locked into something, obviously that stuff makes it easier. And then then you can sort of put a lot of attention and purpose into techniques and that are going to be perfect for that grappling match, which would be great. So maybe I didn't know he mentioned that, but I seen a couple of. I need to watch it because I could only imagine. It looks like Craig was on fire, so I definitely need to watch that. So I'll be tuning in to that podcast for sure.
You going back on Rogan soon? You think?
I think we might need to. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to, because I mean both times. Well, I mean the first time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I was as comfortable with everything as like how I am now, especially. So it'd be good. We could probably get some good banter, some good conversations going. Plus, I had a couple of big nights in Vegas before that. So I remember, being a little hungover for that one. So then the second one, me and Craig did one. But I mean, it'll be good to go over. There's so much that's happened since then. So there'll be plenty to talk about. So I definitely would love to have another one.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. And man, Volk, always thank you for taking the time. Every time I see you, you've always been the same.
Oh,
you know what I mean? From the start to the finish, not even the finish. We're in
so
the
have you. Like I said before, I know we've probably mentioned this to you guys, but back when I was even fighting PXC and before I was in the UFC, he's always, he was always talking about up-and-coming fighters. He still is, which is great. Great for the sport, great for the up-and-coming fighters. So he's always gave them a platform to chat to. So obviously we'll always, a lot of the fighters should, and I hope do, make time. Obviously there's going to be busy schedules, but we will always find some time. There's got to be. So again, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
No worries.